obviously our aspirations are to do as well as we can, and the first stage of that is to win your first round of the Ulster Championship, to get to a semi-final. We want to get to a final as well. We want to get that Ulster title back again. We've had it for a right few years in the last 6 or 8, and we do quite like holding on to that Anglo-Celt Cup, and we'd like to get our hands on it again for 2 reasons. It's a title, it'll go down in history as being an Ulster champion, and you have a straight route into the last 8, and that's always a good place to be when the month of August comes around. Every year the team comes together, we have to be able to bring some new ideas to the table. We have to ask new things of the players. Yes, always remember the things that served you well in the past, but you can't go on doing the same things you always did, or you'll get the results you always got. In the last 3 or 4 years, that wouldn't be hectic for us. So we need to get ourselves into a new place where we're fit to challenge for big titles, and the first big title is the Ulster title, and we have to try and take the steps along the way to get that again. And we have to bring some new thinking. We've brought some new players. We've probably brought a new style of play to our game, and we need to perfect that to a higher degree than we have done to date. Armagh in their own backyard are always going to be a tall order. The fact that they've come down to Division 2 and we're going up to Division 1 will give them an extra incentive to say, even though we've had a poor league, we still played in the top division this year. We played better quality sides than you did by and large across the season, so we'll be well prepared for it. Form and everything else goes out the window when it's arch rivals like Armagh and ourselves. We built up that rivalry, particularly in the 2000s, when form didn't matter, who was doing well at any given time. When you met each other, it became a real derby match, and the fact that they came through Division 1, they were unfortunate to be relegated on the last day of the season. After all, they took 3 points out of the 2 best teams probably arguably in the country, and then hit a little bit of a slump themselves, but they were difficult times for them with injuries, number one, with absenteeism, especially with Cross Midland success. So they're never playing with a full deck, so to speak. And when they get that sorted out and the time they have to prepare for us, and I think the fact that they're playing us means they'll be a very formidable outfit. And we will have to be playing particularly well to get out of there with a result. But we believe we're good enough to do it if we play to the best of our ability. You'd be a fool to try and predict who will win any of the games. But we intend to go in there and stay in there as long as possible, because when all's said and done, it's still the best route to go through in the Championship. It's the most predictable way to progress to the All-Ireland Series. I know that I've always been an advocate of the fact that the provincial champions don't get a second chance and are therefore disadvantaged, but I'll still go for that disadvantage if possible until such time as somebody sees fit to change it, because there's a predictability about it that you cannot get in the qualifying route. So I like the predictability of the Championship, the Ulster Championship, which leads you on to the last 8. Every team, and this is honestly true, you can't say that about any other province, but every one of the 9 counties really believe they can win this Championship, and with that attitude, then you better be on your guard every day you go out.